Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. You join us back on the West Coast mainline over Shap, and we are in the glorious Class 86. So we're at Carlisle, we're going to get the train set up. I think this is a non-stop service as well. Yeah, it goes all the way through to Preston non-stop, which is a long way non-stop. So we're probably going to split this video into either 2 or 3. But let's get the train set up. Hopefully it won't look too dark either on the webcam, as I am recording this after work and I'm sort of on the day shift at the moment, so I'm getting back at about 6, 7, so it's already starting to draw in the nights now, so it starts getting a bit cloudy. It's also cloudy outside, so still need to sort out the lighting in here. Right, get that shut. Right, key in. Let's turn the key. It's slightly low res textures here though. Like it's a bit blurred. Like forward, reverse, it's sort of blurred. So that's forward. Actually, no, we won't do that yet. Let's see. And thanks to Dovetail Games for giving us a key to show this off. It's been good fun so far. Let's put that to dim. Oh, we should be all good. Let's get these off. I'll pop the loco brake on. Let's have a look on the outside. Yeah, look at that. What one have we got? We've got Caledonian for this run. And again, top speed is 100 in the 86. Cool. So we got to wait for the road first. So you got to wait for the time. Good thing, I think they actually did change it, because I think before you had to... Did you have to wait for the doors to close, then the signal would change, which obviously isn't any good. There you go. Let's get that to forward. And the guard will then buzz us. Well, there you go. We close the doors and the guard buzzes us, so we're buzzing back. Or her. And 79 miles to Preston. It actually works out to be 90 miles. Right, let's get going. Cool. As we make our way out of Carlisle, and the keyboard isn't even... There you go, now it's on. Probably just adjust my keyboard. Cool. As we make our way out, let's run it up a bit. I think it was 20 out of here. Oh, you got some sort of train shunting its way. Well, it's rather weird, doesn't it? Shunting its way into the station there. Sort of feels, it almost reminds me of Train Sim Classic, but sometimes you'll get that where the loco will have some sort of reskin and you won't be able to see it, and there's just like an invisible, not some sort of, yeah, it's like an invisible train. What's on the back? Is that a 40? I think that must be a rail tour maybe. There you go, proper selection of coaches on that. Cool. Pretty cool to see that. Interesting movement. Right, run it up again. Wait for the back of the train to come off the point. So we are 13 long, I believe. So was that 12 coaches and the loco, so we're quite a long consist for this. And up to 75. Be good to be back on the over Shap route, sort of rediscovering it after we were sort of off it for so long. Trouble is with this route, it's more of a route you stream, because the services are so long. A bit like the MBTA Worcester route. That's like one of those stream routes, because all of the services are really long. So unless we sort of split it up into bits, it's more of sort of a stream route. Same with this one. This one I'd more likely do on stream than on video. There's a neutral section, so we'll just roll through that. Is the line not even going to go out? Oh, there you go. It did. It came straight back on. Good. And let's get that back up. Again, the 86 is fairly straightforward to drive. If you've driven the 87, you'll have no issue with the 86. The only thing is with the 86, it feels a little bit more sluggish. Like, it takes a bit longer to speed up. But apart from that, it's straightforward. Don't worry about it, basically. And up to 90. I'm just adjusting the webcam a little bit as I knocked it. So as you can see the departure board okay. Hopefully you can still see the departure board okay. Obviously I know it's the mic sort of blocks it a little bit, but hopefully it's still within, yeah, hopefully you can still read it. As I know some of you do like just looking at the departure board, because it's cool. What was it, 90 wasn't it? Well, I say we probably missed the speed board. Oh, we're in red, don't go into red. Yeah, that's one thing to try and remember, don't pop that into red, the ammeter. Shouldn't really do that. So I'll let that come down a bit. Yeah, so we'll go for what, about half hour, 35 minutes on this segment. And what I'll do is I'll save the game and I'll record the next bit tomorrow. But for you guys, it will, well, it will just be at the next bit. Let's get a little shot as well. In the blue 86. Loads of different variants for this. What a stunner though. Jenny, what a beautiful looking loco. I don't know what I preferred though, the 86 or the 87. Like I feel like I don't know. It's tough between the 86 and the 87. Like I like the more I like the way there's more switches and levers. So yeah, it feels a bit more manual, the 86 over the 87. And with the 3 windows as well, but then the 87 is also superb. It's really hard to say which one I prefer. I mean, yeah, give it a couple of weeks and maybe I'll have more of a preference. But I'm gonna throw that sort of question into the comments. 86 or 87? Once again, they drive very similar. Like really, from this perspective now, the only difference is the windows. And yeah, well, we're slightly slower than the 87. Right, there is an 80 coming up somewhere along here. Or was it 85? So we'll be on the lookout for that. I haven't actually seen any other speedboard to say it's over 90, although I'm pretty certain it's probably over 100 now. I didn't see a speedboard though. Well, I think it is over 100. So just sitting at 85 at the moment, so I know it's not that much further up. I just don't think it's too much further up. Just gonna sort of start running it down a bit. See, I don't think that 85's that much further up. Or was that 95? That might have been 95 actually. And the train's rolling away anyway. Come on. Cool. Definitely had a 5 to it. I think it was 95, which we were going about 90, so that's alright. Does it then come down even further? Oh, back up to 105. Okay, let's just have a look out of curiosity. Was it 85 or 95? That might have been the 85, potentially. So in that case, we were going a few miles an hour over. So there's not really any sort of marker for that, really. It's one of those sort of tougher speed limits to spot. I'm trying to think of sort of any visual aids. I suppose we went over the motorway, and from there it was, what, about a mile or so? Yeah, I suppose that'd be really, yeah. From going over the motorway, it's about a mile. Number 86. There's 110. Doesn't really apply to us as we can only go up to 100. As you can see on the little overview screen, we did. Oh, it's gone now. Yeah, we were slightly late to the 85. Okay, I've got about 87 or so. Naughty. Although, could be worse. Again, this is 1986. So I can't imagine many of the drivers would have stuck to the limit the best they could. No tracking devices, none of that. Safety obviously not as important as it is now. Cool. So it's up to 100 really. No, I think we're in sort of full whack at the moment. I'm trying to think if the speed limit comes down again, but I don't think so until Penrith. I mean, we can only go to 100 anyway, so sort of makes it quite easy for us. Let's get a flyby shot. And let's stop it from going over 100 as well. Zoom ahead a bit. See, the stretches on this route are just huge. Yeah, nice mix of coaching stock. Got the Intercity and the sort of BR Blue on there as well. Cool. And yeah, I know the station on the departure board is actually quite unrelated to... anyone guess what station's on the departure board? I'll give you a clue. It's not on this route. So I do usually try and set it to a route we're on, but just haven't for this one. Again, this will be a split video, so we won't do the full journey on one video. So again, I mean, it'll be 2 or 3 videos. I think this service said it was about an hour. It's about 1 hour 13 minutes. So again, I'll split it into 2 or 3. I'm thinking because we're probably not going to be on time. We end up usually being about 6 minutes late into Preston, so probably maybe into 3 bits. Sort of 30 minutes, and then 20 minutes, as we're usually late. As we climb up and up. But now we know where the 85 is, because yeah, that limit is, it always catches me out, always. But I think what I'm going to remember now for future is it's when you go over the motorway bridge, it's about, what, a mile and a half from that. That'll be my sort of marker. But I'd say this is my, like, worst part of the route, knowledge-wise, is between Carlisle and Penrith. No idea what this is called, this siding here. Like, this is my worst part of the route. Just never properly learned it. Or it's not well enough. It's like the hills are starting to build up a bit more now as we weave our way into the Lake District, which is sort of, well, the main sort of scenic part of this route is between Penrith and Oxenholme. That's like, you know, Lake District proper, through T Bay, the hills rising up either side, the valley, the rivers, etc. That's the prettiest part of the route, and also the slowest. Although slow on this route is 80 miles an hour, so not really that slow. Like, it generally is quite a quick route. Just running it up a bit. Cool. So, not too far off Penrith. I say that, it'll probably still be about 10 minutes away. I don't think we're too far off. My marker for Penrith is a foot crossing or some sort of farm crossing, which I believe is coming up. Yeah, it's this crossing here. So from here we're about, what, 2 miles off of Penrith? And there's also a neutral section which comes up as well. And the speed will come down to 80 miles per hour through Penrith. There's the warning for the neutral section. So we'll start coming down to 80 as it sort of curls around a bit at Penrith. Still bringing that down before the neutral section kicks in. A little bit more, a little bit more. There's the neutral section where those little yellow bits are. There you go, we're sort of fully off. Is it going to come back to us? It hasn't. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So what we'll do, just click the overload reset button. There you go, power's back. As we come through Penrith. It's quite a corner around here. But it is at 80. There we go, that's Penrith. So the next station along is in a very long way, and that is Oxenholme. Which is, yeah, a long way away. Over the motorway again. As we do sort of crisscross a few times now. I think that's the M6, I think it's the M6. Only ever been on the sort of southern part of the M6 through Birmingham. Which you actually do go under on the Birmingham Cross City route. It's proper swaying along here. $95. Let's run that up again. If it wants to. Come on, train. Run up. There we go, now it's doing it. There's 100, which it does stay at. No, there's an 80 along here. Yeah, it does drop down. and my marker for that is when we come into the forest. I'll know where that 80 is. $86,224. Not a bad cab though. Not a bad cab at all. There's your marker for Penrith when you're on the down line. You've got the motorway bridge, and there's also the other sort of bridge there as well. That's when I'd start getting ready for Penrith if we were going the other way. Cool. Okay, not sure what this siding is called here. I know Hardendale, Shap, T-Bay, Greyriggs I think it is, and the others cannot remember. Obviously it is good to know them though. It's not my strongest route to do Hudless, this one. I think because it is blimmin' long. Where's this service going as well? Where's this one going? Schedule. This one is Cardiff, this one. So this is one of the cross-country services. Cool. And still climbing up at this this point in time. Up and up and up to Shap, and then down. Carlisle up to Shap is the main climb, because Shap is much closer to Carlisle than it is to Preston. So if you start off out of Carlisle, you get the climb straight away. Right, that 80 is coming up. We're sort of coming around into the forest now, into the woods. So I'm going to cut the power. Yeah, we come round, and then it then goes round. That before, see that basically that hill ahead of us, or that hill approaching. I think that's where it starts the 80. So we then have to swing right the way around it. Yeah, here I think. So let's come down to 80. So we're coming into the woods now a bit. Yeah, this is where the 80 is. Drop that. And literally bang on time. There you go, 80. Sort of through the little forest here. Let's get another little shot. Let's get back in. Because the speedboard here is really hidden. As this is the 80s route, you've got the old stencil speedboards, which are blimmin' hard to see. And I think it's hidden behind this here. Is it here? No, maybe not that. No, this one here. Yeah, the speedboard's hidden behind it, which doesn't help. I'm pretty certain that's where the speed goes up. Or one of these, it's like hidden. So let's go and have a quick little look. Pretty certain it's that one. It's like behind it. Well, maybe not just yet. Okay, so maybe still 80 then. But one of these. Yeah, I know it's a hidden speedboard. A hidden speed post or stencil. We're losing quite a bit of speed here, that's not good. Was it here? No, it might be here. But it's hidden. I thought we might have already gone past it actually. Was it this one? Let's run that down a bit. No. Yes, DSD. What is it here? One of these, there's the speedboard hidden behind it. There. 95. So you have to sort of know where it is to act upon it. Yeah, 95. And then my next marker is Hardendale. You'll start seeing the chimneys and all the smoke coming out. That's where we then come down to 95 after that. Or quite soon after that. On the lookout for the tiny little speedboards. Cool. Again, hopefully I'm not too quiet in this video. I don't know if it's actually coming. Yeah, I think you can see, but it was another early start today, and it's getting late again, so I'm sort of half asleep. So you can see the eye bags on the on the webcam. I think you can actually. You can make out the red. Coming up to the end of a string of 7. I got 5 days off, so yeah, slightly knackered. Right, you can see how the little no, this is Hardendale coming up. So we're not even going 90 yet, so that's sort of handy. And you've got the siding here as well. Because one of the rail tour services goes into the siding here. There's another 86. Again, nice to see more variety on this route now, even though there was already loads before. But in terms of electric locos. Here's Hardendale, so that takes what, 27 minutes to get to. And along here there'll be the 90 board. And then we then go over Shap. So again, a nice bit of ground covered in this first segment. Then I'm hoping the save game feature works. There's the 90. And around here you've got the, well, Shap Summit. You've got the siding. I mean, look how sort of remote it gets up here. Sort of the vast expanses. I mean, imagine this in winter in the snow being up here. Right at the top of the hills. Cool. A few T-tankers in there being shunted around by the looks of things. That's 47. And the speed will then go back up to, was it 105? And now we're downhill now. I think it's like a down 1 in 90 here as well, it's really steep. Yeah, look at this, right up the top. Oh, that was one of the thingies falling down from the wall. If you heard that loud. Kabang or bang. Cool. Right, let's coast that. Or just sort of let it roll now. Let it roll down. So next speed drop is, I think it's after the next neutral section. And it's down to, was it 90? But that's at T-Bay. Or after T-Bay. I've got a little bit of breakage here. It's a bit naughty, we actually didn't do a brake test on this run. So if the brakes were screwed now, well, that wouldn't be good. Let's get a little flyby shot. See where we're heading, down the valley over there to the right. Again, I know this won't be everybody's cup of tea because it is set in the 80s, but definitely give this route a go. Even if you only like your modern stuff, pick up Shap on sale and just give it a go, because it is glorious. And again, I know, 1980s backdated routes aren't everybody's cup of tea. I was like that before. Didn't want any old stuff, only wanted modern stuff. But then once you actually give it a go and you see all the variety, all the diesels, all of these old trains, it's like, wow, this is good. Give it a go. To be honest, it's the same with German stuff. Didn't really pay much attention to that. I then started learning more about it, learning the safety systems, signalling, and that's like the best stuff in the game. So if you're not really into your backdated UK stuff, pick up Shap on sale and just give it a go. Or Blackpool branches. Well, I'd say probably go for Shap. The electric. The 87. Here's the warning for the neutral section, which starts, is it after the sidings? Let's coast it anyway. Get that to off. So this is T-Bay. Losing speed quite quickly here. Yeah, we lost quite a bit of speed from that little bit of breakage. Well, the brakes are definitely working. That's what we can gather from that. And the neutral section is just here, I think. Yeah, looks like it. So you hear that. It's not come back to us again. It's always the same neutral sections as well. It's weird. Yeah, I'm pretty certain T-Bay we have it every time where it just doesn't come back to life. Bizarre. Alright, let's get the power on again because we have lost a fair amount of speed. And again, this is a fast route. I mean, considering we're like going up the side of the valley and then across and then winding around, it's quite quick. I mean, how fast can the Pendos go along here? Can they go up to, do they have any sort of enhanced speed? Or are they stuck at the same speed? Cool. Pop that down. Don't want to run it up too much. Nice. Yeah, so speed comes down to I think 90 first, then it comes down to 80 or 85. It's another one I admit I sort of forget. There's the 90, then quite soon after I think it is down to 80 or 85. We shall find out. Or potentially not any of that. Bit of zoom in action, so we can see what's going on. So yeah, 90 at the moment. Does it then come down to 80? Maybe on that corner there, maybe that's 80. Yeah, 80. Okay, good. Then you get the old railway which goes off to the, I think that old dirt track there is where it went off. So I think we probably actually will get to Oxenholme on this segment. So then in the next bit it's sort of just the fast bit really. So yeah, you've got the pretty bit here in this part, and then the fast bit for the fast and straight bit for part 2. Yeah, I reckon we'll probably get to Oxenholme on this bit. So that's not really far off now. Another 86, so they're seeing more 86s than 87s. Loads of them about. Brilliant. Yeah, this is Grey Rig's siding coming up. The speed limit should then go up in a second. 85, yeah. Then I think through Oxenholme it's 90, essentially. Cool. Well, there was one thing I actually forgot to do. This video might be available in 4K. Not that it should be, but the last video I did was on Train Sim Classic, and we did set it to 4K, but I don't think I put the settings back to 1920 by 1080, which is HD. So this video may actually be in 4K, although the console gameplay, or the console itself, is still HD, so I don't know. Do check to see if it's if it allows you to do 4K, although I don't think there will really be any difference. So I've not set it up for the console yet. So you'll see the town of Kendal first. Once we see that, we know we're not too far off of Oxenholme. Which comes after. Cool. So part 2 might actually be slightly shorter, as it's been, what, 39 minutes so far. And yeah, and the next bit will literally just be the sprint down to Preston through Lancaster. Let's run the power up again. So on the top of the valley at the moment, sort of looking down. Struggling a bit. Must be going uphill a bit here. Must be. It's struggling to gain any power at the moment. We are struggling quite a bit here. We've got power. It's generally just struggle. Let's run it down. We sort of reset that. Yeah, let's try and run it right the way down, and then we'll run it up again. That's not going down, is it? Why is that not going down? This is weird. We haven't broken it in some way, have we? Almost feels like it sort of just lost power. Like the run down, it's not letting me run it down. It doesn't appear to be. Let's click that again. See if it does come down. It's just bizarre. I know Tintin had an issue like this where the power just sort of disappeared and went. Yeah, it still says we've got power, but of course we don't. So somehow the train has just been like, yeah, I'm dead, not doing it. Which is rather peculiar, considering it says we've got power. There's Kendall down there. So what we might actually have to do, we might actually have to roll it into Oxenholme. Now we'll come to a stop and that's where we'll end part 1, and I'll try and get it fixed for part 2. But that'll be quite good if we can roll it into Oxenholme, which isn't actually much further along. Oh yeah, not too sure why it's decided to... There we go. That was weird. Yeah, that seems like we're back. Yeah, we're okay now. That was weird. Not sure what it did, but it just appeared to die, basically. There you go, it's fine now. No idea. It almost had like a funny 5 moments where it was like, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, well, we're fine now. So I'm not sure why it just, yeah. Sort of, yeah. Just didn't work for a couple of minutes. And wouldn't let us run down. I wonder if that's like a random fault. Or maybe have we overheated it in some way? Potentially overcharged it? No, we're not overcharged, but overheated it in some way. Maybe. I have to have a little read of the manual to see if it mentions about the power cutting out anywhere. But yes, once we get up to Oxenholme, which is coming up, we shall end part 1. And then yeah, part 2 will be at some point. We'll try and save the game first. That's the next challenge. Here's Oxenholme. So I'd say yeah, it's a good point to call it for part 1 as we fly through. And there we go. Boom. Well, that is going to be it, everybody, for part 1 of our journey down to Preston. Links can be found in all the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for UK departure boards with the 5% off coupon. Thanks to Dovetail for giving us a key. So you all take care. Bye guys.